Small unit manufacturing can get more efficient, or giants. So you basically have both routes here. If you want to take either of these, he's probably not going to pick mass-produced Rhino. Super heavy armor? Okay, no. He picks the small unit manufacturing. Super heavy armor on a level 2 Rhino could legitimately do a lot of damage here, I think. Well, then again, I have Ignite. So only if you also go for a Photon, which he has. But it's also expensive. So we do have additional chaff here. It's going to turn this Arclight around, and the Arclight should hopefully be able to deal with that. And I decide to drop a bunch of Rhinos myself now. And these are actually mass-produced. They have a bit less health and a bit less damage, but they are half the cost. And Final Blitz is still going to do a very decent amount of damage, even to these level 1 armor Rhinos. They have about 60% more health. This Wraith is now level 3 and it's starting to become scary if you take it further. It is MVP in the game in literally all categories so far. The Phoenixes got sold and I'm still sitting on $100. I did buy the second level of damage. So I decided to throw down a missile. And maybe a missile on the other side as well? Nah. So this kills a lot of units and slows down the Rhino. At the same time, the Rhino explosions you can see are definitely hurting my opponent. They are a very good amount of burst DPS that is annoying to get rid of. You can actually do it with hackers though. Without a decent front line and frontline chaff, this round is an absolute massacre. This Wraith is high level, but there is a leveled Phoenix and Ignite Fangs shooting it, and that means it's dying very quickly. This was a pretty good round here. The explosive Rhino, even if it doesn't kill any big units, still itself is a very good amount of chaff clear. This thing got 72 kills, 45 and 21 all in one round. We have Scorpions getting dropped for both of us. 3 level 1 Scorpions is pretty good. I'm kind of expecting my opponent to EMP me here. He does go for Phoenixes, does he? Yeah, he does EMP, so I read that one correctly. The Wraith here is now level 2. Technically, what is this? Level 3.4 as far as damage goes. Rhinos should keep these... Scorpions should destroy these Rhinos, but I think it's a big mistake putting this so close here. I mean, maybe he's counting on the EMP. But that Rhino isn't even getting EMP'd. I think that's a definite mistake here. You need to put it further back. I have a Rhino here as well now. Oh wait, that's a new one. I forgot. That is a new one just to balance it out in the middle. I guess you could read that. And we have Repair on the Wraiths. But that only counteracts the damage from Phoenixes and Ignite Fangs so much. The Rhinos go boom. Both the Rhinos on my side and my opponent's Rhinos, although his don't explode. And I have Scorpions as well to counter his Scorpions, and they kinda aren't all that great into my board. They're decent, I think, into Fangs, but at the same time they're pretty bad into Phoenixes. Wraith here dies, and the Fangs are just mowing down everything. It's not over, but it's looking pretty scary, I want to say. Another efficient unit manufacturing, if he wants to get that, but I don't think he can. If so, I think he could legitimately get 0 cost tier 1 units. But what good are they gonna do here? Yeah, the Rhinos I think are a great addition. They kill a lot of crawlers. Even this thing, which is supposedly hard countered now, in 2 rounds has killed almost 140 units. That is so many crawlers. We have double shot on the Scorpions. I throw down shields because I'm worried about oil. And we do throw down EMP on the Phoenixes here. My opponent has decided to counter these explosive Rhinos with hackers. And that is, I think, a good move. That is also a good amount of shield break. Because these are basically half a shield worth in health. And that can definitely hurt me. There is a missile here. Is that mine or my opponent's? That is my opponent's. I'm not even sure what's that really supposed to do. Maybe just kill some of these level 2 Fangs. But is that worth it all that much? We do see asset here, and I still have a bunch of money. And I decide to get more Phoenixes. Alright. And a missile here just to kill some additional crawlers. So that rhino kinda instantly explodes. These rhinos are moving in. But I think I EMP'd my own rhinos here. The rhinos that my opponent stole are not working out as well as he had hoped. Like, his plan was probably seeing them just explode everything. But that's not gonna happen as much. I still think it's a cool move. At the end of the day, there isn't a whole lot of upshoot left. There's one, make that none Phoenixes. And, yeah, there's not enough health to last through this. It wasn't a pretty big win. I think overall my opponent did the right moves, but it wasn't working out well enough here. Still surprised all of the Fangs died. That must have been the work of the explosive rhinos, still in some capacity at least. And the work of the Wraiths, definitely. How many kills? 240? 573. This is a monster. Alright, let's turn it around and see if this is salvageable. Given how small my win was, I have to imagine it is. Well, as easy as it was to fix last episode's mistake, as hard it is fixing this one. Like, for real, I'm kind of running out of options here. I think I sell these wasps here. They are not really accomplishing anything particularly. I could like try photon or healing or anything, but I think it's just gonna get gunned down. Maybe I do go for photon. That will keep them alive for a decent amount of time. I think the key is pushing one tower. But I kind of need to spend all of my deployments and hackers in order to counter the rhinos at the front. I have learned some things though. Putting this here should ensure that this rhino gets hacked pretty quickly as well. Putting this here will ensure that rhino gets hacked, and this hacker is kind of just vibing on this side and hopefully going to break through. This rhino just gets killed too quickly in a sense for it to really get hacked. Maybe there is a window where I can do that. So how can I then tip this in my favor? I could try promoting crawlers, but I think it won't work. I think maybe I try range on the scorpions and range on the phoenixes, and that's already all of my money basically. And I know that I can definitely get some value at least out of a shield here, so maybe I can use that one key part maybe to hack that scorpion and have it shoot these fangs or something like that. Maybe that can make something happen. We'll see. Oh, I did get this rhino now, but it instantly vaporizes. This is just very good hacking here. And a lot of exploded units. But now that everything has been exploded, there really isn't much that I still have. Some chaff units here. This Wraith is actually doing pretty hot right now. I do finally get this Scorpion, and that means more can push in. And I finally get a tower. I think I've done it. It took a lot of effort, let me tell you. But I think I finally got this sequence. Yeah. Phew. I wonder how many attempts that was. Has to be like 10-ish. So the hackers, especially the hacker here in the right position, was just getting a lot of damage done. Being able to hack the Scorpion in the middle and buy enough time for not all of my Wraiths to die so that this tower can get pushed. And then it snowballs in my favor. That was on a tightrope. But it was a pretty... Like, it was a tightrope that was carrying quite a bit of load here with the 1700 damage. And change. Alright, well. And from here on out, the fight could get pretty bad, I imagine. Well, in any case, I'm done with this match. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. And until next time.